All right. We did slides 1, 2, and 3 together in class. This video is just to make sure that you have complete answers. And in case you get confused, you can come back and watch this video. Okay. Alina makes $26 for selling 13 bags of popcorn at the Washington State Fair. Part A, find and describe the rate of change for this relationship. The rate of change for the relationship is 2. Because she earns $2 for each bag she sells. Okay. Part B, complete the table that shows the relationship between the number of bags of popcorn Alina sells and the amount of money she makes. I'm going to do this in a way, you probably did this part in your head, but I'm going to do it not in my head. So each bag, she gets $2 per bag, but times 0, because she sold 0 bags, is going to be $0. $2 per bag, she sells 1 bag. She earns $2. $2 per bag, she sells 2 bags. She gets $4. $2 per bag, she sells 3 bags. That is $6. You probably just put in the 0, 2, 4, 6, but you can see, you probably did this similar reasoning to figure that out. In this situation, the X, so the numbers, the 0, 1, 2, 3, that's the number of bags she sells. And we can tell if you look here, where it says bags of popcorn sold, that's on the X-axis. So this right here, the X is the bags of popcorn sold. And each representation, X represents the same thing and Y represents the same thing. So if you know what it is in one representation, it's the same for all of them. In this situation, Y represents the amount of money she earned. Okay. Part D, use the sketch tool to highlight on the graph where you see the rate of change. So where I see the rate of change on this graph is I see it going up 2 for every 1 it goes over. Up 2 for every 1 it goes over, like a stair step. Okay, so that's where I see the rate of change. It goes up 2. It goes up 2 for every 1 it goes over. And then part E, write an equation that represents the relationship between the number of bags of popcorn and the amount of money that she sells. Y equals $2 for each bag of popcorn times X. You could also write that as Y equals 2X. You don't need the multiplication symbol in there. But there you go. And you can tell here 2 times 0, 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, 2 times whatever the X number is, that's going to be the Y number. Okay. Submit and explain. You multiply the input value, the X value, by 2 to get the output value. Output value, which is the Y value. Cool. All right. Next. Kara gets paid $8 a day plus $2 for every bag of popcorn she sells. This situation is very similar to Alina's situation. The only thing that's different is that Kara gets paid $8 per day. So this is the same. The rate of change for this relationship is still 2, because Kara gets paid an extra $2 for each bag of popcorn that she sells. All right. Okay. Complete the table that shows the relationship between the number of bags of popcorn and the amount of money she makes. All right. She makes $8 just for showing up because she gets paid $8 a day plus 2 times the number of bags she sold. She sold 0. So 8 plus 2 times 0 is just 8. For the next one, she makes $8 for showing up, plus 2 times the number of bags she sold, which is 1. That'll be 10. She gets $8 for showing up, plus 2 times the number of bags she sold, which is 2. So that's going to be 12. 8 for showing up, plus 2 times 3. So 14 bags. Again, you probably just typed in 8, 10, 12, 14. That's totally fine. This is just me showing my reasoning a little bit more clearly. This situation is a little bit different, but the X and Y are the same as the last situation because it's still the number of bags she sold and the amount of money she makes. The money she earns. Another thing that's the same is the rate of change is still 2, and I still see the same stair-step pattern of going up 2, up 2 and over 1. Each time that stair-step pattern is the same, which makes sense because the rate of change is the same, which makes sense because each bag of popcorn that she sells, she earns an extra $2. Okay. So then the equation is going to be $8 for showing up plus $2 for each bag, and the number of bags is represented by X. So it's going to be 8 plus 2 times X. You don't need to have the multiplication symbol in there. I just made that to be like super clear. You could write like this: y equals 8 plus 2x. You could also write it y equals 2x plus 8. Yep. But either way, she earns $8 just for showing up, and then plus $2 for each bag she sells. Okay. Next. So here we see those 2 graphs and the points show up for us. Using the sketch tool, label the graphs, which one represents Alina's situation and which one represents Kara's situation. I can't use, because of the monitor that I'm on, I can't use my stylus, so I'm just going to have to say, well, I can do it like this. So this one is C. That's for Kara. This one is A for Alina. Okay. Circle the starting value for each relationship on the graph. I'm going to choose a different color. So I'm going to say the starting value for Alina is $0. And the starting value for Kara is $8. Show how you see the rate of change on each graph. I see the rate of change. It makes the same stair step. Goes up 2 over 1. Oops, up 2 over 1. That's not exactly, well, whatever. You can see the point. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. And then short answer, write at least 2 sentences explaining the similarities and the differences between Alina's and Kara's relationships. So similarities. They have the same rate of change because both get $2 per bag. This makes the graphs have the same angle. And both equations have 2x in them because that part of the equation is the $2 for each bag. Well, that part of the equation represents $2 for each bag. I'm going to change that word. Represents. Okay. And then differences. The main difference Kara gets an extra $8 per day. So her graph starts at 8 instead of at 0. In Kara's equation, we see this because you add 8 to the 2x for Kara's equation. Kara's equation is y equals 8. Well, doesn't matter. 2x plus 8. And Alina's equation is y equals 2x. So you can see that they both have the 2x in them. Kara, because she starts with that $8 head start, that $8 starting value, her equation also has a plus 8 in it. And this is just a picky thing that doesn't matter. I like to have spaces. So there you go. Okay. Slides 4, 5, and 6 are due before class tomorrow. I hope that was helpful. Have a great day.